EA Sports, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf. And today, we find ourselves on the rugged coastline of Carmel Bay at the legendary Pebble Beach Golf Links. Rich Lerner joined up in the booth by Frank Nobilo. Frank, there's nothing like it early tee time to get the adrenaline flowing.
And also, too, the golf course is perfect. Less divots. You don't see any sort of marks on the green. Greens are going to putt beautifully. There's also, the course is a little bit softer. It's got the moisture from overnight. And also, when they've cut the golf course, there's that really green, fresh smell, like it's brand new.
Down on the course, let's check in with Notah Begay III.
108 yards left, hole cut right in the middle.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
This is a 19-foot putt. Ah, yes, very well read. To 100 now for the day. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
And that, another very fine tee shot. And now he's got a chance to go for this green in 2 and really get off to a hot start. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. So not much more than a tap in there for birdie, and what a start. 2 under through 2 holes. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. Oh no, lost that one dead right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Working from the rough. Here's his second at 3. didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Nicely done there, so it won't be a third straight birdie to start the round, but it is a par here at number 3. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
No laying up with that swing. This is all or nothing. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. After a big drive, he'll dig in for a second out of the sand. Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into the short grass. Oh, it doesn't hurt to leave it short when you do that. Well done. That is a birdie from off the green. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. And that reasonably well done there. We'll have that first par.
These short chips can get a little squirrely if you don't get them just right. And seeing I'm in the mood for grading, I give it a B+.
Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5 6th. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Second shot from the rough at the par 5 6th hole. You cannot help but think about what Tiger Woods did here in 2000 on his way to winning the U.S. Open. It was one of the greatest shots in the history of the sport. 7-iron from about 200 yards, thick rough. He just lashed at it, muscled it up the hill. And Roger Maltby, the announcer, said, "It's just not a fair fight." He was right. Now this for birdie.
Well, in all things considered, he's in pretty good shape, coming back up the slope, working slightly to the right.
Nope. So this will be a par, and he'll remain at -3. tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. This is a 16-footer. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that's finished off for a par. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. And this might turn out to be a bit of a break. That ball could have gone anywhere, but it ricochets into the bunker. That one looked in right from the start. He's able to slide that in for his par. Well done. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach, 483-yard par 4 9th, ocean, all down the right, and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Had the right idea there, just a little too much backspin. Needs to get up and down for par now. Oh, yes, great touch, getting that 60-degree wedge underneath the ball, and that goes into the hole for a welcome birdie. Starting the backside with a 444-yard par 4 10th, the last in this stretch along Carmel Bay, offering the widest fairway at Pebble, feeding left to right toward the water. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Put it in a great spot off the tee. Has just 86 yards left for his second shot. See what he can do with this.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Now this, for birdie at 10.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
That one just going to sneak on by. Well, that'll wind up a par, and it'll keep him at 4 under. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway finder.
This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green. Gets that to drop. Back-to-back pars here on 10 and 11 to begin his backside. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. Boy, just far too strong with a tee shot there, and this winds up flying the green. And a good putt there. He gets that to fall, and it's a 3rd consecutive par here to begin his back 9. Here we are, Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. From the fairway nota, this his second.
He's looking at 96 yards to the front. 102 gets to the hole, sitting in the front left hole location.
And that is going to be tough in there. That is into the heavy stuff. And Frank, that is a quality golf shot right there. Well done.
Certainly, Rich, if that leading edge had caught the rough and stuck there, that ball would have just stopped.
So that's in for par. That's got to almost feel like a birdie from where he was in the thick stuff just a minute ago. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5, Frank. Got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
"12 feet still to go." Slow down. Okay, that'll run about 4 feet by. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17 Mile Drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect, and a good result as well. So after a big drive, just a little chip remaining here for his second from short of the green.
Brilliant. Should be a tap-in birdie from there.
Okay, so after the big tee shot, some good work around the green, here's the result, tapped in 3. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes in all of golf, the march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Boy, nothing seems to faze this guy. He's been rock solid all round long, and he comes away with a par. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. A 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. That's going to be on the putting surface and a birdie look straight ahead. Chance now for another birdie. Oh yes, that's the right line, and it's in for a birdie. Well done. Wow, California's still golden, depending on the view. And Frank, this one is hard to beat. 18th tee at Pebble Beach, here we are.
It's a stunning hole, Rich. Not only a great par 5 because you have to make decisions on whether or not you want to go for this green in 2, but just how picturesque it is. The bunkers.
And that one a little wayward. It bounds off the fairway and right into the thick rough. So that may be not his best of chips, but he'll have that for his par.
You'd expect that to be a little closer from where he was, and that is far from a gimme.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And that will be a 6 under 66. Very well.